Good morning, yarny friends. It feels like a minute since I've been on to see you guys. I just wanted to pop in real quick to let you know what I've been up to these days. First off, since it's in the background, I finished that beautiful sweater that I was working on. It's with Brianna Kay, her wheat stitch. I love that new stitch that it's all over. It's not really new. It's probably been out over a year now, but it's a super cute little pullover sweater. It's not, it's made out of a superwash merino, actually superwash wool. I should just read the label actually. It's a DK weight and it's by Universal Yarns. It's 100% superwash wool. So let's see where the color is. The color is Ruster Heather, and it's 843 is the number of the color. It's a, let's see, wash and dry, yay, that's what we love, and it's 284 yards. So it took me just probably 5.5 balls of this, so I have extra left over. I'm thinking I might make I live in Florida, so it's not like I, wear tons of scarves that are heavy or whatnot, so I was thinking of making like a small cowl and an ear warmer to go with it, because now I have 4 or 5 balls left to do that, because I bought that on the Black Friday. And so you were buying them in packs of 5. So, but it really came out nice. I love it. It's comfortable. It's a perfect layer for Florida. I live in Central Florida. I mean, we get maybe 2 days of winter. So that's kind of disappointing, but I have managed to wear it already. So yeah, that's exciting for me. And I've been working on another a cardigan. And this is the same universal yarn, same weight. It's a DK weight, and the colorway is Teal Viper, superwashed wool. And the cardigan that I'm working on is the Caribbean crop cardigan, and this one is by MJ's Off the Hook. I really like her style of patterns as well. The skill level is intermediate, so it's been a good learning for me. I'd like to say I fall between, I'm not a beginner, but I'm not a super user for intermediate. Yeah, I'm still learning. So anyway, and it's a cropped cardigan as well, which I like because I am a shorter person, so the less bulky fabric, the better for myself. And I'm making a size large in this one. So I'm gonna hold it up so you can see what I've been working on. It's done in a back panel, and then after you reach a certain point on the back panel, then you crochet out a chain on both sides of it, and that becomes your sleeves. So let me show you that big piece that's finished. Well, I'm working on the front panels and the, so this is the stitches. It's super perfect for Florida, again, because there's some breathing room in the stitches. So it's come out really well. So that's the back panel, and then the back sides of the sleeves. And then I've worked on one front panel. Whoops, hung up here a little bit. This is the left side front panel, and then you have the waist ribbing here. And then again, you chain out the sleeve chain and work on the front of the sleeve. Problem is, here comes the tricky part. So I bought this yarn on Black Friday through Premier Yarns, which is like the sister company to Universal Yarns. So I'm crocheting along and, enjoying every minute of it. And this is my last ball, which is not going to be enough to finish the left front panel, do the entire right panel of the front, and then stitch it all together. So I went online, I went on Ravelry, I went on some of the Facebook folks that I follow, different crochet and knitting people, and I just went out there and said, does anybody have any of this yarn? I'm willing, to purchase it from you. I just need, I'm estimating at least one more ball, if not two, to be safe. So, no go. Nobody has any. Even on Ravelry, there were some that were in stashes, but they're not willing to part with it, which I understand. So I decided, I went back on Universal Yarns and I decided, let me see if, because I had originally purchased it on Premier Yarns. So I went on Universal Yarns and I was looking for the color. Well, they don't have it in the DK weight. So I decided that the best thing I could do is to get a 4-weight yarn. And I'm hoping to get the right side panel done, and then I'll finish the front sleeves in the 4-weight yarn and use a smaller hook so that it blends a little bit better. That's my hope. I'm on on a string and a prayer, or how, I don't know what that, hope and a prayer, I don't know what it is, but anyway, I'm praying hard that it works out, because I think honestly that I'm going to be the only one that's going to really notice it or be able to notice the difference. That's what I'm hoping. So I don't know how I misjudged the amount of yarn, but I did. So learning to me is to really study the pattern and buy extra. I just never thought that. I went to go ahead and purchase the yarn again, when I was seeing that I was running low, and I didn't happen to notice that. I didn't ever think that yarn, yes, it can be out of stock, but I didn't think they weren't going to create it again. So yeah, big learning for Jamie. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on right now. And I just wanted to pop over and say hello and see what everybody's working on. I haven't started the socks yet because I'm too intimidated. Maybe after I get the debacle with the yarn situated for this cardigan, I can go ahead and tackle crocheting some socks. I did this little neckerchief. It's a Sarah scarf that I found somebody that made it in crochet. It's typically done in knitting, but I don't know how to knit yet that well, so I did it in crochet. It's really, I don't even know what this yarn is. I got it at a yarn swap last year, and it was just a remnant of somebody's yarn, which I loved the colorway. It's all different reds and pinks and purples. I did a cute little picot stitch on the edge to zhuzh it up a little bit. It's super comfortable. I think it's got some silk in it. But again, I don't know exactly what's in it, but I love it. And this weekend on tomorrow, I have it's called the Distill show in Orlando. So I'm excited to see that. I went last year. It was really nice. There was people there that were spinning. There were people there that had their yarn for sale, hand-dyed yarn, hand-spun yarn, which was amazing too. I do want to purchase some hand-spun yarn. I didn't last year, but I want to this year. There's different clubs, crochet clubs, that they go ahead and they reserve a table for their group, and then they sit and crochet or knit. So you can, join the group, talk with them, ask questions. There was also a lady there last year who was showing us how to make pine needle woven baskets. That was interesting. They do little workshops as far as, to show how to do certain things. So it was it was my first show like that. We don't get that many shows here in Florida because it's just not a super heavy knitting and crochet community yet. I think it's based on just the demographics of where we live. The environment that we live in is ultra hot, 95% of the time. So we don't get a lot of those types of shows here in our area. So I think this year there's a beautiful show that comes out in October or November in North Carolina. So I think I'm going to have my hubs drive me up there this fall as like a little getaway to enjoy that show, because I've been just wanting to go to it. And then there's always Rhinebeck. Who doesn't want to go to Rhinebeck? So we'll see if I can fit in one of those shows this year. But anyway, we're just checking back to see if you guys had any comments on I had asked last time I was on to see if anybody had any suggestions as far as whips. How many do you have going on? Are you more of a multiple whips person? I tend to be a one, maybe two projects at a time type of person, because I don't want to be overwhelmed and I want to make sure I finish things. So I was just asking if there's any good suggestions on that. And that's about it for this week. I just wanted to say hi, stop in, see what everybody's up to. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I would love to see some of your feedback. This is my third video. I'm not by any means a videographer. I try hard to at least make a decent video. So like I said, any comments, any suggestions, I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.